What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset. Another day, another Wolkernite Fight Championships 3 pre-fight interview. Back onto the K1 fights as well. And I'm here joined by Kraig Green. Thank you very much for joining me, mate.
That's all right, mate. No problem.
Yeah, great fight that's been announced, obviously. You've got tons and tons of experience. Aaron's a really high-level guy as well. Were you
Yeah.
excited when this match was posed to you? And was it one that you just really wanted to kind of
Uh,
get in the ring and test yourself?
to be honest, mate, I've always seen myself as quite a high level. So it's one of them fights. I didn't actually expect it. Obviously, I've just come off the Shane Burns fight for the Commonwealth title. So after that, I didn't know really what was coming up next. And then I got offered this fight, and I saw that he's fought for MTGP. So I beat him. It's my gateway in. Do you know what I mean? So I want to get recognised for how good I am. As bad as that is, as big-headed as that may sound. But I think I deserve to be recognised. So if I beat him, then that's like good for me.
Yeah, well, when I spoke to him, he obviously had a lot of good words to say about you and said that you've got loads of experience. You've been doing this since, well, for basically forever. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, half
kind?
my life now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen like news articles from when you were like 12, 13 years old,
Yeah.
like for when you were so little. Do you think that kind of what you bring is an advantage as well? Is that experience and that ring time?
Yeah, I think with behind my own mental health, behind the way I think about fighting, massively. Because obviously having people that I'm fighting respect me, obviously gives you that ego as well. And it's not always good to have an ego, but when you're fighting, you're in there on your own. So at the end of the day, you've got to believe in yourself. So when your opponents believe in you, it's one of them. It's second to none. You don't even think about, oh, am I good enough? Can I beat him? He's a good fighter, and I've seen a lot from him. Um, Obviously, I've done a little stalk. I've watched his videos and stuff. I'm impressed. He fights very similar to myself. Um, so I think it's definitely one to be fight for the night, and it's definitely not to be missed that fight.
Yeah, well, that was one thing that I kind of said. It's going to be a fantastic fight because you both, like I said, come forward and you both go to take heads off basically. So
Yeah,
yeah, I've always said it's going to be a fantastic fight. Obviously, as we just spoke about before we commenced the interview, you've just become a father, so congratulations for that, mate. Like I
thank you,
said,
man. I appreciate it.
4 weeks. Does that give you a bit of extra motivation? Because we had like
Uh,
Donald Cerrone in the UFC when he became a dad and he went on like that 5 fight win streak and it was insane. And do you think that gives you a bit of extra motivation?
yeah, I'd say so, man. Because obviously, I want to. My eventual aim is one championship. I want to be able to make sure my son never has to work. So now it's not just me and my missus and my dog. I got to involve him, but now it's not just us three. I've got something to build, and I don't want to have to see him go through the sort of things that I've gone through. Being stuck for situations, being stuck for money, being lost in a situation. Luckily, I find fighting, and I say I'm reasonably good at it. So I want to be able to give him a life that he never has to worry about anything. So having that in my mind, I'll fight anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's shown it obviously taking this fight against Aaron. One thing I wanted to touch on is Aaron for the weight class is a very big dude. How are you
Yeah.
planning on combating that and maybe using that to your advantage?
To be honest, I'm training with the best. I've just started sparring at Fourth Dimension, and after sparring the lads there now, I've been there 4 weeks now, and I'm not going to give too much away, but I'm tooling up and I'm sparring people that I know would probably beat us both on the same night, and I'm starting to be able to keep up with them. Not with the power wise. I mean, they're 93 plus kilos from the lads I'm sparring, but I mean, I don't think the height and the range reach. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think the technical side, if he lands a shot, it might hurt. Same goes for me hitting him, but I think it's a very fair game. Like he's got that range, but I've got the inside work, and it's whoever's going to land first on what we do best. So I mean, I wish him luck, but I do think I'm going that extra limit at the minute, and I'm really believing in myself with who I'm training with.
Yeah, I mean, I know the guys at Fourth Dimension. It's 10 minutes down the road from where I live, so
Yeah,
I've been there a couple of times and I've seen their level with the guys over there. So yeah, that's great. I think I'm gonna go actually do some filming there
yeah,
one
man.
night, so you might be there and I'll get some footage of you. But yeah,
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah.
do you think obviously going to all like because I think some people get settled too much in one particular gym and they don't branch around and you get too comfortable with your sparring partners and stuff. Do you think that's obviously a big part of your success and your development moving forward
Uh,
is going everywhere else?
yeah, I'd say so. When I was training at a different gym, I was sparring the same lads all the time. and I got to a level where I was never progressing. And I was still fighting people that was at that level, but they was always getting better. So obviously, then I moved over to Dan Gibbon, Gorillas Fight Team in Gainsborough, and since training with him, he pushes me to go to other gyms. I've been training with Bailey Sugden. I've been training with people that are recognised, and since doing that, it's not only grown me as a fighter, but my confidence is second to none. Like, it's not even about my record. Don't matter to me anymore. I just want to fight people, and that's the way that I keep getting better. Because I'm not one of them fighters that's getting in the ring. Oh, he might beat me. I don't care. I'm here to fight. I want belts. I want money. But the main thing is, I get to fight, and I don't get arrested for it. I love it. I just love the sport.
Yeah. Do you think there's too much of that about? Too much cherry picking fights and I don't want to
Yeah,
fight
man.
that guy.
Yeah, just you just got to fight. I don't. Someone could have 100 record. I'm jumping in there. Like I'd been training with Dan for 3 months, and there was a fight in Japan against one of the Japanese. He was like world champion. I asked to be put in there. Obviously, they declined at the time because I hadn't fought for a while. But I asked to be put in there. Like I want to fight everywhere. I want to fight the best. There's no point starting at the bottom. Like, and that's why Aaron Slimane for me on my second fight back in. That's a good fight for me. It makes me want to train. If I was fighting someone that wasn't to my level, I don't want to fight. I don't want to train for that. It's not. I don't need no warm up fight.
No, and I understand that, and I got a lot of respect for that because, especially in where I mainly come from, MMA, there's so much of that on the regional scene. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. There's too much people cherry picking. There's too many people who don't want to fight the best until they get in thousands of pounds to do it. So I agree with you there.
yeah.
Obviously, just speaking about Wolkernite, really new up and coming promotion that's had two great events prior to this one. Are you looking forward to fighting on that card? There's some big names
I can't
fighting on the
wait.
card.
I'm really excited to fight on the card. To be honest, obviously I've met with the guys that run it, the promoters behind it all, and I can't say a bad thing about them. I think they're great. The things that they're bringing to it are next level, and I personally think in a couple of years' time it's going to be a show that every fighter wants to be on.
Yeah, well, obviously I agree. Biased, but I agree.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
think I'm pretty biased. I know that I'm getting to know them, but from the conversations I've had with the promoter, everybody, they're just so polite. They're easy to work with. Everything's been catered around the fighters, and you don't have to stress about nothing. Do you know what I mean? Ticket sales, stuff like that. They're not bothered about all that. I mean, I've done all right with ticket sales, but they're not constantly at you. If you've done this, you've done this. Can you send me money? It's you turn up, you enjoy your fight, prepare yourself, do what you need to do, and then just sort everything else after. And for a fighter, that's a big thing.
yeah, it's what you want to focus on at the end of the day. Obviously, just want to look into 2024. Are you looking for an active year? Are you looking to keep busy?
Oh, massively. I want to fight. I mean, I did say to my coach I want to fight every month, but I mean, he advised me not to with obviously injuries and stuff. But I'm looking at hopefully going out to Thailand this year for a couple of months training, get a couple of fights out there. Even, do you know what I mean? I want to fight. I want to fight a lot and see where I end up. If I get to one championship, then great. If I don't, then I'll just keep fighting. It is what it is.
Yeah, well, that's great, and I love it when people have got that sort of motivation because in years to come, when people like you guys are fighting on these big shows, I can be like, yeah, I sat and talked to him in the cupboard under
Yeah.
my stairs. So yeah,
Well,
I
hopefully
love.
so.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And then just obviously before I let you go, I like to do this with every single one of the fighters that I interview. Have you got a prediction for fight night? How do you think it's going to end? How do you think it's going to go for you?
Personally, I want to give him the respect before I say anything, but I don't think he's going to stand in there with me. I think I'm going to be too sharp. He might be bigger than me, but I'm too sharp. I'm too fast. My movement is second to none. I wish him the best, and I have every bit of respect for him. He's a fighter the same as I am, and he's probably going to say the same thing. But I really can't see him standing there with me.
Right. Well, like I said, I look forward to it. It was a fight that I saw, and I thought this is going to be a great scrap after I'd watched a couple of both of you guys' fights. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, Craig. And yeah, it'll be a sick night. But yeah, go get your tickets. Link in the description, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. I'll link Craig's as well. So if you want to get tickets under his name, obviously you'll get a bit of a kickback from that. So yeah, it's all the best.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much for joining me, mate.
No, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it,
No,
man.
not a problem. All the best for fight night as well. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. See you
Thank you.
later.
See ya.